Hey guys, good morning, good evening, and I guess especially good night right now, all things considered. Sun seems to have gone to sleep. Got a late recording going on right now, actually in real time, no traveling about. But oh, let's see what we got here. Um, you previously used Nook Miles to obtain a pro decorating license, but you gotta. Um, oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's what happens when the DLC, is kind of often here and there and whatnot. Let's see. Hi, congrats on the new room. Cool, that's awesome. Thank you, Miss Bubbles. We got some artwork that's totally legit, real. We got something from the Happy Home Academy, and a couple of gifts we got ourselves as well. So, open these up. Well, first thing what we'll do is we're going to water our potatoes, wheat, and flowers as we've been doing. Try to catch that up, but anyway, so recording this a little bit later than I originally intended. Basically, the TLDR is I was going to do a topic, but I don't want to do the topic without A, a little bit of foresight, and B, the actual cosmetic that goes along with it. So I'm going to not do it right now, but hear me out. I was going to put it off until like next week to just like out of sheer laziness, basically like, okay, cool. Like it's the typical I'm going to lose weight argument where it's like, okay, cool. What I'll do is I'll just instead of starting my diet today, I'll start it like next week type of thing. Like instead of starting your diet on a Wednesday, you're like, oh man, I'll just wait till next week or whatnot to do so. What I'm going to do is I may be more motivated. I got a lot of free time next week to kind of work this out. I don't know if that means that there might be a stream later on, another midday stream. I'm going to be 100% transparent, and that's ultimately my big goal with the channel is to be transparent more than anything. So the reason I say that is after the last midweek stream that we had, honestly, like, and it's nothing against anybody. I don't hold grudges or anything. It's just, again, it's just transparency. There was not the biggest turnout for it, and it felt it to be a wee bit discouraging. And I don't know if I'm ready to make that attempt again. I may not. I don't know. But the main thing I was trying to say was this. I am going to try to be working throughout this week on kind of getting things improved a wee bit. So we're going to get some content and whatnot, work on all that stuff, and just try to work it all out. We'll see ultimately what that ends up being, but we'll see how it goes. Always we'll see, I know. But you know what? Let's prattle a little bit. So during the stream, the following day, I checked out the stream information, and apparently, one of the songs that was used, I didn't realize that it had a copyright, not strike, but a copyright notification. And not gonna lie, it kind of spooked me a wee bit. Namely because, like I say, I try to perform this all like on the level, if you will. I think that's the term. So like, last thing I want to do is to be stepping on anybody's toes, and they're like, "Oh wow, you're like stealing my stuff" or anything like that. So I'm trying to keep it clean. I have an idea for a Friday stream. Like, the idea is going to be a first Friday stream with a featured artist, where basically I'm going to play whatever game I plan on playing, probably Animal Crossing for the stream. But what I was going to do was, in addition to that, I was going to play one specific artist the entire time. Because of this artist in question, has me a little bit spooked in regards to like the whole content thing. I'm going to maybe put off that one right there and go for like a safer artist at first, basically, I had a crash course in the difference between royalty free and copyright free. And there's two options that I have at this point. Either I just let it fly as is and just just eat any copyright notifications that might show up later on, or I play the safe way and request that they craft some sort of music that is 100% theirs to use, that they can give me permission with. And if that's the case, it might take a little bit while longer to get to the point where I can use your music, but that would be the safer one overall. And so that's kind of where we're at with that. So in the meantime, it doesn't mean that I have to delay it. I just have to delay the collaboration with them and go with basically what would be one of my Monster Cat ones. So the first one, the debut, may or may not be them. If not them, then the backup is probably going to be like Half an Orange or something really cool. Other musical artists that I'm contemplating at some point in time, people like Muzz or Muzzy. I don't know if they're the same person or different people. Riot's always a fun one. So Coven has been one that's really been growing on me as of late, so that's something I could run with as well. But I just really find it like a cool way to just kind of help get some different music on people's playlists out there. Give them like more music to discover, because honestly, that's the spice of life, in my personal opinion, is music. So we'll see. Again, always we'll see. I don't know why that's my go-to word, but we'll see ultimately what the debut of the Friday feature is going to be. But I've got a lot of cool ideas that I'm trying to ping pong around. But the reason why I brought up music specifically was I was been listening to a couple of songs lately from some artists, and there's like two songs that like really like stuck in my head right now. Basically, one is Until I, right? It's Until I or something along those lines by the group 0936, which is pretty cool. It's like one of the, like, it falls in line with one of those things where it's like, I'm pretty certain that they don't have a specific type of like spiritual belief or anything like that, but the song you feel like can be kind of taken in that kind of direction, more or less. So it's just kind of like a cool little vibe that you get out of it. And then the other one, I can't remember what it is, but it's called I can't remember what it's called. No, I remember now. It's Chasing Shadows by a band called Cold Rain. I heard it for the first time today, and it's one of those songs, like, it starts up, and like if you watch the music video, it kind of looks like an anime opening, kind of, in a sense, which is the same vibe I got when I started listening to it. And then they get to a point early in the song where they have like that sudden like kind of like pause, and you're like, oh yeah, this is where it kicks in. This is where the chorus hits the bang, and yeah, it just comes crashing in, like, just boom, there it comes. And I'm just like, oh my, like, I'm instantly like, I go from like minding my own business to I'm in the passenger seat of a runaway car. That's how it feels like. And I'm just like, it is like so out there, and like, oh man, honestly, I wish what I could do. I mean, technically I could, in theory. I don't know. I'm just mumbling, but like, I just want to going back to like musical copyright and the fear of all that. Like, I just want to be able to just, every time I like a song, like I hear a song and think it's like the dopest thing ever, I want to be able to just be like, yo, dude, check this out. Just like give you guys like the link to it or something like that. I mean, I definitely can do that. Like, I want to play it like myself is best. Well, guess what? That's what I'm trying to say. And it's just, it's so crazy. Like, I get it. Like 100%, people want to get paid for their art. I can respect that. I can understand that. Me personally, like, it's kind of like the conversation that we had on the stream the other night. It's like, I can respect and understand why people feel a specific way regarding content, both theirs and others. Oh, I'm sorry, little flower. And I can understand why they might be protective, even if I personally am considerably considerably more lax when it comes to my particular take on content. One could make the argument, oh, of course, you like you're not a big name artist, so of course you're not going to be like as offended, and definitely be on the side of people who are just like, oh yeah, everybody should be able to use everything. But honestly, I just feel like that's where growth comes from, when people are able to just play off of each other and build something big. Like, like I don't think anybody has ever. I don't know how to word this. I don't think there's a person who doesn't have at least one remix on their like top like songs list. Like maybe not like they're like their high top, but like somewhere on their top list. I feel like everybody always has like at least one remix where it's like, yeah, I prefer this version over the original version. I feel like everybody has like at least something like that. And okay, I wasn't sure if I caught one of those. For me, it's like that's just kind of where I'm at with it. Like, just really, it's the best thing out there. I feel like, I don't know. I wish there was an easier way for people to be able to like remix and play off of each other's like art for the sake of art, I guess, basically. I do think everybody should, if they expect to be paid for their contributions to a particular field, yeah, they definitely should be able to make some money off of it. But at the same time, I feel like there should be a much more streamlined and easier way to be able to share the ability to play off of each other. And that's just my take. Like, one could make the argument, it's like, oh yeah, really, Atlas? Is that what you think? Like, so if somebody just wants to take all of your videos and just do like half-baked reaction videos, they should just be able to do so. I say, yeah, why not? Like for me, it just ultimately comes down, as long as there's some sort of credit involved in the whole process, I wouldn't have any complaint. In terms of music, if I was a music artist, as long as as long as they put a credit to me at some point in the video, like either in the description or on the screen, like in the credits, either like like actual like credits that play in the video, or if they have like a what's it called, in the video description over there, or if say they have what's it called, if they just play it like I would play it when I do the stream and I play music in the background, I play it on the screen. Like, so if you watch the clip and like the song's playing, you actually see it on the screen in the middle, on the bottom. So like they always have credit to it, like whoever wrote this song. Obviously in this case it's a little bit more complicated because the song was, to my knowledge, it's from a database of music that is royalty free. They give the people the license. They then make music with these different like sound clips and whatnot, and from there they can make it's basically their like music, but it's like royalty free music that's original. It's weird to describe. It's free. It's royalty free music that they create themselves. So like I created the song and out of tidbits of other people's stuff, and I can say that I made the song, but like it's credited to like other people. Like other people can copyright the parts of the song that they had, I guess, hypothetically like contributed to, or I guess maybe like literally contributed. And it's this weird thing where it's like, okay, cool, you can make this music, you can use this music, but like you have a license that allows you to use the music. But if you were to upload the sound bites that were used in making the song, you run the risk that the person who originally made the sound bite that was used could give you a copyright flag. Fortunately for me, like I said, I try to do everything above the bar or on the level. So when it happened for me, like it was like a surprise because I was under the impression that the music was um, like licensed free to use. Like it was like his own original music, and it's perfectly fine that I can use it because like its own take. But instead, they make this weird kind of in between thing, which again, mind you, I find it to be absolutely ridiculous in the grand scheme of things. It's like I feel like it's needlessly difficult than what it has to be because it's like double check these, make sure I have them in the right order. Okay, it like I had to take a crash course in what's the difference between royalty free and copyright free. There's like a huge difference, and that difference is whether or not you can be sued. Essentially, well, you could be sued, but sued is like the extreme one way, whereas like, come on, get out. Let me catch you. Um, Sued is like if you refuse to comply to whatever the heck is going on with it. But like that's the extreme. But the reality is like you just kind of get like a cease and desist or something like that from it. Fortunately, I don't know if it's like YouTube's system that does it this particular way or not. But basically, instead of getting a copyright flag, get a copyright notice, basically saying like, "Hey, so our system's seen that music you used in a recent video is technically owned by somebody else, and we're just kind of giving you a heads up. So like, they might upgrade it to a full-fledged flag if they find out. So it's kind of up to your discretion what you choose to do about it, which I trust the technology these days. Basically, I just tell YouTube because, like, by goodness, AI is so smart in how to like differentiate speech from music. So basically, what it does is it identifies what is the actual music that is being used, like the actual song, and it can isolate that from the audio track and then mute it. And so basically, I went back and listened to it. I just told it, yeah, just mute the song. So I went back and I listened to it like later on after it like finished its editing, and it's kind of awkward because like it's not even the full song. It's just a portion towards the end of the song that got flagged. And now when I listen back to it, it's just like just quiet in the background for like the last like 10, 15 seconds of the song, and then it goes on to the next song. So it's weird. I don't quite understand it, but it is what it is, right? I mean, that's how they want the system to work. And the weirdest thing, that the honestly, like the extra weird thing about it to me was the channel who supposedly had the rights to the music, right? This isn't me big brothering anybody. It's just me like, stating facts. So I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm not trying to make myself seem like I'm in a higher position than what I actually am. But the channel that actually had the rights to the song had less subscribers than me, which um, is a feat in itself. It was like a 48 subscriber channel. If you want to check them out, it was Nordic Beats. And the song in question was Tiramisu, which I don't listen to music closely enough. Like it has to be like a pretty obvious like rip for me to notice it. By all means, it probably could have been like legitimately just like an error in the system, and I wouldn't know the difference. So I don't know what like if the song actually like was something that was theirs, or if it was just like a blip on the radar. I don't know. I personally don't care enough. It sounds terrible, but it's the reality of the situation. If YouTube can literally just be like, all right, cool, we'll just edit it for you and cut out the song. Like, oh, cool, thanks. That's all I care about. Just if that's the issue, then just cut it out. I didn't realize I went all this trouble to make a new watering bucket, and just to discover that like I already watered everything that I needed to water. Um, maybe I missed something. I don't know. But what was I going to say? Like I can't be bothered to figure out like these things. Like if it's a legitimate claim, this legitimate claim. If it wasn't a legitimate claim, I would be able to tell you. I didn't water. I did water those. Okay. I wouldn't be able to tell you one way or another if it were. It just kind of is what it is. But there's that. But coming back full circle, I'm going to try to do um, the stream that I had mentioned, and basically it's going to be called the First Friday stream, where I'm going to basically do the normal Animal Crossing Adventures streamed episode. So it's like every 4 episodes, it'll be on a Friday. But the thing will be, it'll be on a. Is there a balloon? I didn't realize there's a balloon there. It'll be on the first Friday of every month. So the first one will be in October, and it's like just basically a way to spread awareness of music that I like by the artists that I appreciate. So that'll be, I like things fun. It'll be a cool time to hang out, chat, whatnot. Anybody who has actually experienced your music, we can talk about that. And I'll also be open to like suggestions as well. And mind you, please help me help you. If you are an aspiring artist and you make your own original music, I don't care if it's like what genre. It could be hardcore, death country music. It doesn't matter. Um, if it's house, if it's acoustic, if it's rock, if it's freestyle hip hop, doesn't matter. If you are a person who likes to make music and just kind of want to get it spread out there, if you can secure like the rights, like if it's your own personal music, you should already have the rights to distribute it. My best suggestion: upload it onto a video, so at least there's like online proof that you're the original artist of this music. But you get that right there, and I will happily like feature it on the first Friday stream. In the meantime, I'm going to try to play it safe. I have a license to stream Monster Cat on my channel, so pretty much anybody who has a deep catalog of Monster Cat, you can probably look forward to them showing up at some point in time. Mind you, that's people like Pegboard Nerds and Riot 10 and stuff like that. Conroe's a big one I want to do. But yeah, that's kind of what it's going to be, but it's going to be open to other people as well. Another big thing that I want to do before the end of this year, I'm going to work on it throughout this week. I want to do a charity of sorts because this channel, if I never make a penny off this channel, that's fine. But if I can make a difference with this channel, that is really what matters most to me. So one of the things I want to do is I want to start. I want to host a fundraiser for a charity, and basically what I'm going to aim for is it's going to be an homage to an artist who I highly appreciate and respect. Originally, it was supposed to be the concept was it was going to be for just what's it called for Halloween, since it's the anniversary of his passing. But ultimately, I decided that like it was going to be on throughout October for the sake of Halloween. It'll culminate on Halloween, which would be the anniversary of his passing. But then ultimately, what I decided, because the best charity that describes how he is would be a what's it called, like a reference to like he does like he was big with food, like he didn't want people to starve and stuff like that, so like he had a big affection or love or something. I'm trying to think of what the word is, but like it meant a lot to him to feed the hungry. So that's kind of the route I wanted to go. But then ultimately I thought to myself, well, after October, we have November and December, which are the holidays through Thanksgiving through the winter holidays, where people they honestly eat more than they ever do, and the idea that there's going to be people who are hungry or starving who can't afford to eat, like the rest of us, to be able to have a charity that helps towards that. Ultimately, it went from being just a 1 month thing that I'm going to extend it to be a 3 month thing. I believe I can use the website Tiltify to come up with a widget and whatnot, and they'll basically host it and do all the back order stuff. And I'll be able to supply a link on my streams as well as the channel. I might promote it through shorts and throughout my videos to try to help raise awareness for it. But that's basically it. All the information that I really have to give at this point in time. I'm going to have other stuff as well, but it's going to be kind of fun. I really look forward to it. Again, even if I never make any money being a content creator, if I can make a difference, that's really what matters the most. And who knows? Well, maybe you can take off from there. Maybe you can meet your heroes along the way. And by you, I mean me. Because the person in question who inspires all this actually has some pretty good and close friends and acquaintances throughout the business that he was involved in, and I really appreciate being able to have an opportunity to maybe work with them in the future as well. But ultimately, it just kind of comes down to it's just a great process to be a part of, and I'm really looking forward to being able to host that, make a difference with that, and really change things out. We're just trying to clear out. We had a lot of Nook Miles saved up, trying to use them all as we can to fill up, get out all the things that are what are the words? Just like trying to clear out all the extra rewards we have with the Nook Miles. We got quite a few to work with over here, but that's kind of the plan for this upcoming week. We'll see. Always we'll see. But that's kind of what it is. We will see. Right now, we have yet to see, and by the time it's all said and done, we will see. And that's what it is. So I'm going to try to get some topics set up. I don't know what we'll kind of discuss. I feel like it's like going on a blind date or something like that, where I'm going to initiate it first with the idea of, okay, cool, we'll talk here and there, get to know more or less the different things that each person appreciates. I'd like to know more about the audience in general, see like what people like, what people don't like, what they're generally interested in, but I'm talking like basic things like, what's your favorite color? You Coke or Pepsi kind of person? Your favorite fast food restaurant? Your worst experience at a fast food restaurant? Stuff like that. In fact, that might be like a cool one, like best experience at a fast food restaurant, worst experience at a fast food restaurant, stuff like that. Simple stuff. If you drop by, you can check it out. Get to hear like all sorts of cool things, and hopefully we can like flood the comment section in the future with just dialogue. That's the main important thing, is just to be able to have all that going on. We're just going to ignore that I completely botched that tiger beetle, but that's ultimately the goal. Give you guys that heads up. As the week progresses, I'll continue to talk more updates. We'll see. I'll try to get the topic thing. The main reason I'm not doing it today is I just want to make sure that I have a spot somewhere on the channel. What I might do is I might put it in the middle. The same place that I currently have the now playing, since they're going to be two separate things. I don't have to worry about them crossing each other, but have it to where that is there. So if perhaps we find like a good line of dialogue that is short worthy, we don't have to worry about editing it like beyond that. It was already be in the middle. But that's that. I'll keep you guys updated moving forward. Try to get that charity kind of set up, or not charity, but it's a fundraiser for charity. Get that set up. Get the dialogue option going on there, and just kind of like work it all out. In the meantime, I'll see you guys at least thrice weekly, and then end it on the on the stream part. But hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend so far, that you've managed to finish it out really great. Hope you start off next week in a much better place than you ended last week. I'm looking forward to all of your great accomplishments. I absolutely believe in each and every one of you. Things can be a little bit difficult, but that's just life sometimes, right? Sometimes you just have to get through those rough patches to, enjoy the smooth part. It's like slides and whatnot. Sometimes, to get to the part where you go, wee, you got to grunt your way to the top of the stairs. And yeah, that's ultimately it. If you're salmon, sometimes you got to swim upstream if you're going to have little baby salmons. But we're going to completely ignore the part where they die in masses at the end of that, or get eaten by grizzly bears along the way, or just focus on the good parts, and we'll just ignore all the dangers that come along the way. But again, you guys, absolutely amazing. I look forward to it all, and until next time, well, toodles.